Hello, this is Halloween Eve today. Halloween Eve, which means tomorrow is Halloween. So, I am going to show you a little bit of what I'm doing with my costume and a little bit of what I'm not doing with my costume. So, I was going to be Sea Goddess, but then I realized, you know what, that is a lot of work, and I have to go to counseling tomorrow morning, and I have to leave the house at 9. And I tell you what, I don't like getting up early. And yes, 7 o'clock is early for me, but that's when my alarm goes off. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of what I will be doing. I will be wearing all white socks, white jeans, white shirt, and black shoes. This is my Ashley My makeup bag. My godmother actually got it for me before I got my senior photos taken, and I have used it ever since because she is amazing, even though I don't really see her that much. So I'm just going to get out the things that I will be using. I'm not going to show you what I do with all of it, but I will be showing you what I will be using some of it for tomorrow, because I am going to go to my counseling session in costume, which I know is probably, some people are probably thinking, why? Because I can. Now, my face skin is very sensitive, so I don't wear makeup very often, and I don't wear makeup every day. So I will show you some of the things I'm going to be putting on, but some of the things that I'll put on, some of the things I'm not actually going to be putting on, I'm just going to show you and tell you what they are and where I'm going to be putting them. So the eyeshadow palette that I'll be using tomorrow is actually the eyeshadow palette I was going to use tomorrow anyways, actually, this is the eyeshadow palette I would have used anyways if I had been going, this is the eyeshadow palette I would have used anyways, even if I was going to use the Sea Goddess or not. Why? Because it has blue, and this is like a bluish green and blue. My other eyeshadow palette, I wouldn't have used any of it. Hello, whoever is watching. And this one also has the white down here. So my other eyeshadow palette doesn't have a white. See? No white. So this one does. So the white I'm going to be using around my entire eye to make my eyes kind of pop for my look. This, I am going to use this blush to give myself extra rosy cheeks. Before I put any of that on, I am going to make my scale paler. I got this last year when I wanted to complete my Elsa look. Elsa has very pale skin. I have pale skin, but I wanted to make my skin paler for my Elsa look. So I use this. This is just a concealer that has a brush on the end, and it actually works really well. This is LA Colors Holographic. I wanted to get light blue lipstick for my Elsa look, but could not find any. So this is so I was actually going to use this, this and this I actually was going to use for my first costume anyways, but this is, it's going to be outside. This is actually going to be my lipstick for tomorrow. I'll put a little bit of it on now, so you can kind of see how it looks on. See that? The camera doesn't do it justice, I don't think. I'll probably put some more on tomorrow so that it looks a little more in depth. Do you know where I'm going to be yet? It's okay if you don't know where I'm going to be yet. And then this is going to be my finishing touch. Remember, I'm going to be all in white. This is just regular lipstick, guys. Any ideas yet? A bunny rabbit! I am going to be a white rabbit this year. And now I'm going to have sparkles all over my nose. That lipstick has sparkles in it. So, that's what I'm doing tomorrow morning before I leave for counseling. No, I'm going to be a bunny rabbit, Jeremy. You're going to be a plague doctor? Interesting. So, yeah, tomorrow afternoon, after lunch, I'm going to go and picking up my brother. Hey, Cyclone. We're going to be going to my grandmother's house. She likes to see us, what we dress up as every year. My brother used to be a cowboy every year. Last year, he actually changed over. Well, not last year, the year before, he changed, and he is now going. Finally, 2 years ago, I got him to change his costume from a cowboy to something else. And my brother is really into Star Wars. I'm not. I'm more of a Star Trek girl. I don't like Star Wars. My husband likes the original Star Wars and the books of Star Wars. The new stuff by Disney, he's not into at all. He saw the first one by Disney in theaters with my parents and my brother. And then he was like, I'm done. I didn't like it. I'm glad I didn't go. So I said to him, I said, whatever. And because I'm not into Star Wars, I just never was. I'm more into Star Trek is my thing, and I'm more into the next gen of Star Trek. Oh, your phone is messed up again. Maybe you need a new phone, Cyclone. I know when mine was messing up, I just needed a new phone. I love my new phone. I've had it for actually like a month or two. And no, guys, I am still waiting for my new little niece or nephew to get here. I am still waiting. That kid is officially a week and 2 days late. Well, Cyclone, even if it's only 3 years old, depending on how much you've used it, I'm not saying that you're not good with your stuff. I'm not saying that at all. But sometimes, depending on how much you use it, it could just be that it was used really hard. I know my husband with his work, his phone sometimes gets damaged, and he had a phone that was only 3 years old that he had to replace. So, yeah, that might be the case, but I don't know like what you do with your phone or anything. I know I mostly play games and text on my phone. That's the two main uses. I don't make many phone calls unless I have to. Like if I need to talk to my brother or my dad, I have to call them. My grandmother, I have to call her. But my husband, when he's at work, I text him. My stepmother, I text her. Most of my friends, I text. When my brother was in the hospital, I did a lot of texting to my stepmother to keep informed. I didn't even have this phone when my brother was in the hospital back in May. Which you guys, if you've been with me since May, you know what happened. Yeah, Cyclone, if you dropped it a lot, you probably do need a new phone. Trust me, I dropped this thing so much and it still works, thank goodness. Yeah. So, but no, yeah, so there is a new cat on the farm, Snickers. He's so cute. Actually, sorry, I keep saying he because that's what my brother said he was, and Snickers is actually a girl, and she is adorable. I do have a picture of her. Yeah, even if the screen does not have any problems, I totally would still look into getting a new phone possibly. Like I said, possibly. So I'm not sure if you can see that. It's a calico. She's orange and brown and white and adorable and friendly. I mean, I'd bring her home in a second, but not allowed to do that actually. My husband says you don't have room for another cat. Oh, hey, Cyclone, I feel you, buddy. I remember those days. I remember being broke out of my mind and not knowing what to do. I totally feel you. I've been there. I've been through that. I understand. You don't have to explain yourself to me. I totally get that you're broke. I know that is not a fun place to be. I've been there. You know, my heart goes out to you because I know what it's like to not have any money. But thankfully, my husband was able to keep a job through the virus and is still able to have a job, and I don't have to worry about money. I mean, I still try to conserve what I have for different things that are going on. But yeah. So I keep my bananas on top of my entertainment center, and mine isn't so much as games as it is just stuff, other stuff like movies and books. So that's where I keep my bananas. Our youngest cat, Ozzy. Ozzy! She's scratching at something. She likes to go up on top of the entertainment center. We really can't stop her from that, and we really don't want to stop her from that because she enjoys being up there as a gnat. Um, so, she knocked them down today. So now my bananas that I've been eating for breakfast every morning, now they're bruised. Ozzy! You know, I love her, but she can be a nuisance sometimes. So that's what's happening there. You know, Jeremy, I'd love to be a cat for Halloween, but I don't have cat ears. I have bunny and Minnie Mouse ears. That's all I have. Yeah, computers are expensive. I totally get that. That's why I try to keep my laptops working for as long as possible. I mean, my husband had a laptop for me a month, and then he decided to sell it to my parents Because he wanted to get a new laptop that was better for gaming, because my husband is a big gamer with his brothers. And so I try to keep my laptop in working order as much as possible. The only reason I have the kind of camera I do, this is not a camera that's on my laptop. This is a camera that I just mount on top. The only reason I have that kind of camera right now is because when they were replacing the screen, the border around my screen, oh, there's 4 people watching. Hello, you can join the comment party we're having. There's a lively discussion going on in the comments that has nothing to do with the video I'm doing. That's okay. I'm just going to read these comments because this is actually interesting what's going on right now. Okay. Sorry guys, I was reading the comments and I wanted to find out what discussion was happening. You guys keep going. I'm not upset. I'm just kind of funny that it's not has anything to do with the video. So sorry. I was having a little bit of fun there. So my brother now has a laptop. Well, there's 2 laptops in the house. One that my dad hardly ever uses. My dad is not tech savvy at all. I'm telling you what. My dad doesn't even have a cell phone, ever. So there's a laptop downstairs, and then my brother has one upstairs of his own that he had gotten from my husband. And there is a desktop that they don't use anymore because it is a piece of crap. It is really old. So they were replacing the border around my laptop screen, and yeah, they punctured my camera on the border around my screen. Yeah, they punctured that camera, so it don't work anymore. So Greg gave me my mother-in-law Greg gave me this camera to mount on top of my laptop, and it works great. And I tell you what, I love it. I put it on, the screen resolution on this little thing was so much better. Yeah, they punctured it, Jeremy, by accident, but they did. They called me into the kitchen after they were done putting it on. They're like, Carrie, did your camera work before you brought the laptop to us to do this? I'm like, yes, Gregory, my camera worked. I had already started doing YouTube, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. I'm like, well, I need a camera to do YouTube. This is like a job. And so he gave me this little camera. I brought home, did my video that night. Oh my gosh, the screen, it looked so much better. It really did. And I said, Greg, don't get me another camera for my laptop. If you're okay with me keeping this camera, I love it. And so he let me keep it. Yeah, so yeah, they punctured it, Jeremy. It was an accident. The only bad thing is I have to plug this in every time I want to use it. So tomorrow I will probably either film or go live as a bunny rabbit. Yeah, I mean, at least I can still do videos because at that point I was very new to YouTube. I hadn't even been doing it for a year, so it was very early on. But yeah, that's what happened. I wish these had like a wire in them that I could kind of like fold them over just a little bit. But they don't. Like I could just like do like that a little bit, but they don't have that. They're just plastic on the inside. I actually burned these by accident. I took them to a fire at my in-laws' house, and they got singed right there. My niece was wearing my youngest niece was wearing them, and yeah, ashes came flying out of the fire and kind of singed the ears. So, Cyclone, are you dressing up this year, or do you not do that anymore? I know Jerry's a flight doctor. I'm going to be a bunny rabbit. And the third person, if you're dressing up this Halloween, we'd love to know what your costume's going to be too. I know my husband doesn't like me dressing up for Halloween, but he's not here. You're going to be a Ghostbuster? My husband loves that. The older one, not the one with the women, the older one. But I'm not really into that. That's great that you're going to be a Ghostbuster. That's amazing. I agree with Jerry. That's cool. Well, I guess that third person isn't going to join our comment party about Halloween, but I should be going live tomorrow, and then on Friday, I'm hoping, if I'm still in working order, I'm hoping that we will be doing a recipe. Yes, from scratch. We will be doing peach cobbler. Oh, that's great that you're going to take your sister trick-or-treating. We only go one place during the day. My grandma's in her 90s, and she likes to see our costumes every year. So, yeah, that's basically what we do. That's like all we do. Like the first year I knew my husband, me and him went trick-or-treating. I was the Halloween munchkin, and he was the mystery man. He's 5'9", by the way. I'm 5'4", so 5-inch difference. But yeah, and we went at night. We went 2 places. My grandmother, who's in her 90s, my dad's parents, and then I have adopted grandparents that they were our neighbors, and we kind of called them grandparents growing up. We went to their house, but actually she has also passed away, so. Yeah. I had candy in the house, and then I ate it. Well, my husband ate the gummy bears. I ate the Reese's peanut butter cups. My grandmother doesn't really give out candy. She gives out like Cheez-Its, if we're lucky, a cookie, pretzels, sometimes Chex Mix with cheese dust on it, stuff like that. Stuff that is not candy. So I get myself candy. I'm an adult, so that's what I gotta do. All right, guys. Well, I almost did a half hour a day, but you know what? It's been great finding out about costumes and stuff, finding out what you guys do for Halloween. So, I'm tired, guys. I have not been sleeping well. I don't feel like oh my gosh, it's almost 3:30. I actually did a few things today, so it's not like I just wasted a whole day doing nothing. Okay, guys. Well, I will see you tomorrow as a bunny rabbit. Keep on hopping. Yeah, that's your excuse. Okay. You and Jeremy, you guys are funny. All right. Well, I love you. God loves you. Remember, God made you special.